Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Kodeations. In today's video, we're going to be jumping back into some Cookie Run Kingdom, and we're going to be bringing you guys everything you need to know about the Tropical Soda Islands. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Diving right in, ladies and gentlemen, so before we officially jump into the Tropical Soda Islands, the first thing I want to let you guys know is exactly what you need to do in order to unlock this feature, alright? So, as we can tell per the June 22nd update notice, they basically talk about that your Cookie Castle level has to be 5, at least, in order for you to even unlock this feature, and not only that, you have to expand your territory to unlock the Ruin Dock and the new quest chain that then gives you the ability to go to the Tropical Soda Islands, alright? So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, basically, as you expand land, you can see the pieces that you can expand to have the plus sign on them. You would have to make sure that you clear that piece of land that is blocking these stairs right here in your kingdom, all right? So once you have done that and your Cookie Castle level 5, well, then you can complete the little quest line, click on this ability here, and it will take you to the Tropical Soda Islands for the very first time. Alrighty, now jumping right into the Tropical Soda Islands, okay? The first thing we're going to talk about and discuss, and that's going to be all of these individual islands that you can see here on my screen, how I uncovered each one of those islands, and then not only that, how I continue to maintain them, and what resources do they provide, alright? So the first thing you need to note is, obviously you won't have all of these islands uncovered. Each one of these islands, no matter what island you see here on screen, whether it's a water bottle island or it's going to be a individual resource island, it doesn't matter. They're going to all be underneath these clouds or mist or whatever you want to call it, okay? And the system works exactly like you do in your kingdom for expanding land, right? So when you click on it, it's going to cost a certain amount of resources and a certain amount of time in order for you to basically take over that spot. Well, in Tropical Soda Islands, it's not giving you additional land. What it's actually doing is it's going to house a island underneath one of these, or it can house also a chest, it can house a message in a bottle, and then last but not least, I think it's going to be like this little boat thing with one single stranded enemy on it that you just click on. It pops up a little, like, you know, story blurb or whatever, goes away, and then you just claim some free resources. But essentially, those 4 items are going to be what you can get underneath one of these clouds or mist sections. Now, I've personally not unlocked anything else. If you guys happen to know of anything else that you've unlocked that I did not mention here, drop a comment down below and let me know so other people can also know. But nevertheless, the next thing we need to talk about, and that's going to be the individual islands, all right? So one of the islands you're going to unlock, and that's going to be gold islands. So essentially what happens on any island that you unlock, you're going to have to do a battle with the PvP, you know, monsters or pirate monsters, whatever you want to call them. I can't remember their name. You're going to have to do a battle with them. Once you beat that battle, again, it's not super tough. At least it's not really tough for me. Most of my all my cookies that I've been using in my main team are level 50. I haven't had a single issue or a single cookie die, but nevertheless, once you do that battle and you complete that battle, then the island becomes yours to claim, and then it's going to generate whatever resource that island provides over a certain amount of time, all right? And it's all variable, so depending on, you know, what size the island is will determine on how much of that resource it generates in a certain given time. So to give you guys an example, this is a really tiny island. It's going to generate 180 gold per hour for us. The next one up that you can also get, and that's going to be an experience jelly island, where it's going to, again, produce a certain amount of experience jellies per hour. The same thing goes for the stamina jelly. You can get one that will generate some additional stamina for you guys to use. And then last but not least, probably the best island, and that's going to be generating crystals a certain amount of time, all right? So just keep that in mind, but definitely really, really awesome. And then also, like I mentioned, the size of the island also makes a difference. So again, if we click back here on this gold one, you're going to see it's going to generate 180 experience or gold per hour. And then if I click on this one, which is a little bit bigger, it's going to actually produce 240 gold per hour, all right? So just keep that in mind. Next thing that I want to discuss, and that's going to be talking about the water bottle islands, right? So you can see the water bottle islands that are shooting the water out of the top, and then what exactly do those do, all right? So the water bottle islands do not produce any sort of resource over time. Instead, the water bottle islands have to be uncovered in a specific area in order for you to start unlocking land or, you know, clearing out that mist to claim more islands or chests and things like that around that water bottle. So to give you guys an example here, if I hop over here to show you, I can clear out these 2 pieces of clouds, and then once I clear those 2 out, I would have nothing over here for me to clear. However, I do have a water bottle island hidden right back here, as you can see. Once I access that, then it's going to then give me the ability to clear out additional clouds, around that water bottle. All right, so your whole goal in this method of expanding and everything should be to try to incorporate some of those water bottles, because that's what you're going to need to do in order for you to, continue to clear out sections of the clouds to unlock more islands. All right. Alrighty, now the next thing that I want to jump into when it comes to the Tropical Soda Islands, and that's going to be, as you can see down here in the bottom of my screen, you're going to generate, these resources over time. However, there is a cap limit. So if you click on this here, you can see exactly what we have going on. You can see how many, islands that we have pretty much cleared out. We've cleared 22 out of 100, and then you can see what resources we are producing in a certain amount of time. All right, so the next thing we need to talk about, and that's going to be, you have to come back to this periodically. Once every 8 hours is what the game is telling us, to actually claim your resources that have been farmed up during that time period. All right, and the reason why you have to do that, it's going to be 8 hours. You can see that right here. So the reason why you want to do that is because, as you were seeing on my screen, you see now all of my islands are producing some sort of resource, because you can see it popping up. Beforehand, if you rewind the video really quick, beforehand they all had Z's on them, so they were sleeping and they were not producing any type of resource. So you 100% need to make sure that you are coming in here claiming these individual resources at least once every 8 hours to continue to allow your islands to produce their resources. And I don't think that you can actually claim them ahead of time, so you do have to claim them, after that 8 hours is up. But nevertheless, definitely need to get in here and do that. The next thing we need to discuss and talk about, and that's going to be periodically, as you clear out these islands, right, and you claim ownership, periodically there will be enemies that will come back and take over one of the islands. So it just basically gives you the ability to go back in, defeat that enemy again, and doing so will allow you to recover that island and then continue, to have it produce whatever materials or, resources it's going to produce for you. So just keep that in mind. You definitely need to be getting in here. Just don't think that, you unlock the Tropical Soda Islands and then you just dip out for the day, because it's really going to be something that you do need to monitor from time to time. However, it's not really, time consuming like your kingdom stuff is. All right, so just keep that in mind. Alrighty, the next thing that I want to discuss, and that's going to bring us to the individual resource that it's going to cost you to clear out these each, cloud sections. All right, so as you can see, the current one that I'm on right now is going to cost us 8 hours of time, and it's going to cost us 15 of the caramel spyglasses and then 15 of our map fragments. All right, so as you can see here on screen, there's a couple of different places in order to get these individual resources. So one of the biggest ones is going to be, once you beat the enemy stage on an island and claim that island for yourself, it will then reward you map fragments and spyglasses. All right, and it rewards pretty generously, I feel like. I mean, it gives you quite a bit from defeating each one of those stages. However, another really good source to get those is actually going to be the trading port. So if we head back to our kingdom really quick, and we jump into the trading port shop, I will show you, once you jump into the trading port shop, you've got the seaside market, and basically once you've unlocked, the new harbor stage, which I believe has to be Cookie Castle level 6, I believe, don't quote me on that, but nevertheless, once you officially unlock that, you will see that in the seaside market, you have the ability to buy map fragments and then the caramel spyglasses. All right, and it's going to cost you 3 Aurora, pieces, whatever they're going to, recommend. Sometimes it's compasses, sometimes it's pillars, sometimes it's bricks. It really just depends, but nevertheless, it's going to cost you 3 of those each time you buy these, but in my personal opinion, I think 100% it's going to be worth buying these out of this shop, because not only should you be building up Aurora pieces through, other avenues, but from other types of content in the game, so you should have an abundance of these things. Not only that, if you don't have abundance of Aurora pieces and you're short on them, then obviously the smarter choice is not to buy these as of yet, but once you get to a point where Aurora pieces, you're not really hurting for them, I definitely think that this is going to be what we're going to need to do as we clear and start to cover the additional stages. All right, another section that you can also buy them is going to be from the Rainbow Shop. So you can get in here and spend these rainbow pearls in order to buy those maps or, those spyglasses. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that this shop does refresh. However, in my personal opinion, I'm still trying to grind out enough shards to summon Seafaring. And for me, it's definitely not worth spending these individual rainbow pearls to buy these maps, all right? Because I'm only going to get 3 maps for 600 pearls. And for me personally, I just don't think it's going to be worth it, at least not until I summon Seafaring. Once I summon Seafaring, then I might get in here and spend some of those rainbow pearls just because, you know, I've already got a copy of Sea Fairy that I need. And if that's the case, then that might be what I do. But keep that in mind. That's just another way that you can get those. Alrighty, and then the last place that you can also get those individual spyglasses and those map fragments is going to be the rewards from doing the cargo ships. All right, so as you produce the cargo ships and you send off your boat, when it comes back, depending on the amount of points that you have put into the cargo ship and earn, you will get those rainbow pearls, you'll get a bunch of gold, and then last but not least, you will also get these individual spyglasses and map fragments. All right, so just keep that in mind. That's going to be the best ways in order to get those individual fragments and then those spyglasses. All right, well, that's going to be already. Now diving into the last but not least thing we've got when it comes to the Tropical Soda Islands, and that's going to be discussing cookies and sunbathing. All right, I get this question asked a lot via my live streams and then also like down below in the comments and stuff on videos, but nevertheless, in order to get your cookies to sunbathe, they have to die in the battle. All right, so once they individually die, no matter what battle it is, no matter what cookie it is, then that cookie will then go to this sunbathing island. It's going to just pretty much sunbathe for a certain amount of time, and what it's doing is you cannot use that cookie again in any battles inside the Tropical Soda Islands until a certain amount of time is up. So I believe somebody said for like 1 hour or something, they couldn't utilize one of their best cookies when that cookie died because they didn't pay attention. But nevertheless, I think it's a really cool feature that they've added the sunbathing. I think it's really cool. They should have gave us the ability to still do it like cosmetically without it, you know, having to have cookies die. But nevertheless, that's going to be what you need to know about the sunbathing. And that's going to be it for us, ladies and gentlemen, for today's video. If you guys have any additional questions when it comes to the Tropical Soda Islands, drop them down below in the comment section, or you can check out my Discord. There is a link provided down below in the description that will take you over to our Discord. We've got over 1,000 Cookie Run Kingdom players in there, so we would love to have you. And like I said, not only that, man, I think the Tropical Soda Islands is an awesome game mode. It really allows us to generate some additional resources, and they're very generous with their resources when it comes to like the chest, the boats, and then those messages in a bottle. All right, so again, definitely get in here. Don't sleep on the Tropical Soda Islands. Keep in mind that we will be going live over on Monday night, so we'll definitely hopefully see you guys over there. And then last but not least, we should have an update coming out very soon with whatever the next featured cookie is going to be. And not only that, we just got a 5,000 crystals, I think, compensation via the arena era. So definitely get in here, take advantage of those 5,000 crystals, whether you keep them and try to pop them off on the new cookie or try to get yourself a copy of Sea Fairy. Whatever it is, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for me as always. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you get notification every time we drop a video. And with that being said, I will see you guys on the next one.